In this video, I will be talking about the Eclipse IDE that I use to code the Java applets for my project. This is the second video from a three-part series, and I would recommend watching the first part for getting the entire context. I'm also assuming that you are somewhat familiar with the coding lingo, object-oriented programming, or rather Java. Eclipse IDE is freely available to download for both Mac and PC. I'm demonstrating this project on Mac, but I believe the interface for PC would be similar. When I first opened Eclipse, I saw a similar layout as shown here. However, the layout can be organized as per your convenience. You could open other windows than those showing here as well by going to the Windows tab like this. It's in Show View. The two windows that I constantly used for this project was this Project Explorer window here on the left and the console window here on the right. The Project Explorer window stores all your projects and all your files, and you can navigate by it's a simple drop down menu, so you can navigate by going inside. And the console window basically shows your problems or errors or exceptions with the code. The other button that I used was this run button here, which is used to check your code. And you can also access it from here, and there is a shortcut as well. So now I'll show you how a new project is created. You go to the Files tab and hover on New, and then click on Java Project. You can also choose some other project to some other thing to create from here as well. So you give your project a name. I'll give it a name as demo project, and you can click on Finish. You can also choose a different location than the one which is already selected from there. And similarly, you can create a class file. Go to File, New, and Class. Give your file a name. You can choose a different source folder if you want, and I'll give it a name as demo project, maybe demo class, and then click on Finish. And as you can see, .java file is created for you. Don't worry about the Java extension on the left. As you see, don't worry about the Java extension, because you can there is a source file of .class as well available. As if you go to new soccer, you can see that ball new class there. So similarly for demo class also, there would be a class file that would be created. So I'll show you my project now. So to do that, I'll open ball new. This is one of the applets for my project. Before explaining you the code, I would show you how it looks like. So I'll click on run. So this is my applet. As you can see, there is a field and some players in it, and there are also user interface elements here. There are 4 buttons. Let's click on the first one here, ball size. So I won't go into this rule of which is it's explaining, but as you can see, there is a ball animation that is going on, which increases in size. So let's check out how it works. So this is my code. The first few lines are it's importing my existing libraries for the methods that I have used below. Now this is where the class actually starts. These are some of the global variables that I have declared. Next is the init function, which is a default function of the applet class. It initializes the applet. The next is the start method. It creates your user elements, user interface elements, as well as your background. Then you have the method action performed. It is one of the methods from button class. It is used to call different methods upon button action. Then this is the first user defined class, randint. It's a random number generator. I'll come back to it later. Then we have the delay class. Delay class creates a delay in your animation, so the ball doesn't suddenly increase in size, it increases in steps. Then we have the paint method. Again, this is a default method of applet class. With this, I am actually drawing all the elements. So I'm setting the layout properly. I'm creating all the players. Some of the players are at a fixed location. And with the for loop, I'm generating players at random locations. So here we are using the randint function. So basically we are passing it a value, and the random number generates a random position for all my players. So every time the field is created, players are at a different location. And this here drawstring function, it creates your rule. So the white portion and the rule that you saw was here. And the next is the for loop. Now the for loop is what will actually create your animation of the ball. So with the loop, it increases in size. Now this concludes the, yeah, there is a delay function, of course. The delay then is what we called, what we explained before is called here now. So this is how the animation is created, and all the other two buttons also work similarly. The last button, reset, basically calls the repaint method, which again draws your field and makes it back to the initial stage. The other applets also work similarly. The animation code is different, but the layout code is similar. This concludes my uh, tutorial on Eclipse. Next, we'll discuss Dreamweaver.